Let me put this video out real quick because there's a lot of filthiness going on out here, as y'all already know, and I always talk about here and there. And there's, the complexities of life is crazy, of course, as I keep saying, and I think it needs to be spoken of oftentimes. This, first of all, let me just go ahead and say this because I'm getting very upset with the things that I'm hearing out here and that I'm catching wind on. But yet, the funny thing, what I'm observing is can't nobody open up their mouths to me, but they rather talk on the side. Now I get what my father was saying when he was telling me certain things when I used to pay him visits by his spot where he did his mechanic work. I understand now. He always said people going to do a lot of things behind him, but they can't come to him. Like, now I may have given up in the video to say that I respect the art of slick talk. But then we got that saying, if it don't apply, let it fly. But what happens if it do apply? In a very profound and distinct way. How do we handle it from there? What kind of tongues are we speaking out here? Sometimes I feel like for those who are weak and can't do, like they can't get certain things accomplished, as to the ways of the world and what's taking place, especially here in New York City and in major places where the Jewish people reside, as if they want me to go upside their heads or talk back. I don't got time for kid and childish games, man. I'm not one of those kind of dudes, man. And you know what? I'm really sick of all this bullshit. Cause I got nothing to hide. People need to grow the fuck up, man. Now I try to get on with life and get certain things done, but I can't because I done see the way that people are docile to the system. They scared. They don't speak what they speak, and it's like something. It's not just a matter of people, y'all. That comes secondary. Primarily is spiritual, which is where we get the word incarnation now. So who has that spirit incarnated in that got them reigning in hell? You're going to reign in hell rather than be a worshiper or a servant in the kingdom of heaven, a heaven on earth, where you have much humility and humbleness. So as it goes to show with the European people that continue to do what they do and it's pervading, well, yeah, it is what it is. And we're gonna talk it, we're going to chart things up, we're going to list it, and then what? When I done said a long time ago what we need to do, and not only me, a lot of other people. But I'm living proof of being in the faith. I'm not out here squatting and like being, yo, come on, man. I done said it out there. I don't solicit from nobody. I ain't asking nobody for no housing and shit like that. This is things that I put out in the beginning. It's like, what the fuck niggas want to see, man? What niggas want to see? So now we got these signs. Oh, eat clean, drink more water, this, that, and the third. Well, I'm still here and I know what I know. Now I know I could have longer life by practicing certain things. But let's get real, y'all. Let's get real. We know what time it is with witchcraft. And witchcraft don't have to be demonized. And it shouldn't be demonized unless you know somebody who's using it in a demonic way. And let it be listed and let it be charted, let it be known, and let's get to the fact of the fucking matter. Instead of all this bickering and all this trying to play with time and think that money is going to solve our fucking issues, man. I can't do all this shit by myself, man. If y'all want to know something about me, talk to me directly, man. Ask me a fucking question. Don't come to me with no side talk and coming around me with no subliminals, man. Fuck all that. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. If I get involved with that now, every fucking way I go, I'm going to feel like I have to engage with the environment. Because as far as I'm concerned, every motherfucking thing in Brooklyn, New York, Queens, Manhattan is filthy, dirty, it's like a cesspool, and especially where black people live. And there are some things that I'm gonna continue to withhold until my motherfucking day is up. But not only till my day is up, I don't know how God gonna work this thing out in addition to what I gotta do. But I know I'm gonna continue to withhold until I get with the right people. I gotta feel people out. And it's hard. It's hard. You know why? A lot of egos are out there. Motherfuckers is on their dicks so hard, and I get it, y'all, because a lot of things that y'all been through. But I said it in a video quite a while ago where I was giving it up and trying to give the benefit of the doubt, where I'm trying to raise awareness to be like, yo, if y'all over there on the dark side doing what y'all do, then how come, as far as black people, Ado's family, then how come we don't got a black town and a black city? And I was going on about some other things. And yo, and I done said that y'all got each other over there. But I'm here, I'm doing me. I don't play around with none of that shit. But y'all got everything y'all got over there. But how was the black family, African family, the African diasporic family in general is looking? What more I gotta show and do, man? Do I hey yo, it's like I gotta go into like start breaking scripture down to seem valid, to show that I got wisdom. What is this shit all about, man? And black people, while we playing around and we ain't letting the real truth be told, as we continue to be fucking degraded and degenerated, look, take a look at our other ethnic families. Take a look at what's going on in their countries, with their nation, their heritage, especially, man, look, man, I don't gotta say, man. For those who've been following me already know what time it is, man. Like this shit is crazy, man. We had a lot of brothers and sisters that came before me, put work out, and it's like I'm starting to question what's really taking place here. Where I'm seeing, this is the reason why I keep quiet on some things too. You think I got time to be dabbling? Because listen, as far as I'm concerned, if the European people are going to be agitators, what are they agitating for? What are they agitators for? Is it that they want to put certain people up to the test so they can come on in, or just to be validated? These are questions that I have. Some things that I ponder upon, like, okay, and then what? Because for all this that we have done, as far as I'm concerned, as a collective human race, look where the hell we are in 2024 with the amplification of wickedness, LGBT, disparities, major between ethnic groups. And then we want to talk about equal rights. Are you kidding me, man? And according to bloodlines, in which we need to get more knowledgeable of, brothers and sisters, stop smoking your fucking brains out and drinking and worrying about sex, man. And this goes out to my Caribbean people too. Because I know how the devil works in that regard, where your fucking mind is always on sex, that you don't take the time to pick up a book and stay on your meditation, man. That's why motherfuckers are so flamed out and or discombobulated. How we go from having so-called gangster rap, this, that, and the third, we G's in the hood, to niggas being flamed the fuck out today? Huh? How did we get there, man? And this is why I don't say what I say all the time when I'm on the bus and train. Because I swear to you, when I get passionate, I'm not looking for nobody to say no dumb shit, because I might end up going upside somebody's head, man. Now, it's hard to stay humble and cool. It's a skill set. I'm not gonna lie. But I see how God is moving this thing too, because it's really not the devil, it's really God, y'all. This is what we need to accentuate. Keep our mind on the accentuation of the real God and the true creator that's running these things. Because who you think let me tell you something. When a powerful force come and it's time for good works and healing to be done, you think the devil or whatever could stop that? Are you nuts? So I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there. I'm not trying to put anybody down, but it's putting in questions, y'all. How do we go from what we had, where we had hip hop music trying to build brothers up and talk about what's taking place all over the world with us and this and that, a form of communication as our music, the culture has reached other parts of the world. But look how it is today. Can't y'all see the amount of degradation and degeneration? Now let's account for who are these, because it takes a lot of work, and it have took a lot of work for this to for it to come to this state where I'm thinking about record owners, uh, and whoever works for them, and not only that, but the portrayers, but the perpetrators of wickedness and filth, to the point where we have to start numbering things and factoring in like, well, we know that this is impressionable on the kids and the people. That is impressionable upon the people. Marketing is showing this, so you're subliminally being programmed or da 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 to do this. Cause look how, yo, come on, man, come on, we kids, man, and in a way, I could feel that there's a lot of envy and hate and jealousy, possibly for the things that I behold and withhold. But for what? With all this love talk out here, then when I come as I come, where I hate to keep, I ain't gonna be sound like no broken record out here, man. Real talk, man. Eat healthy and this and that. Yeah, that's all good, no doubt. I will never put that down. But for all the energy exchanging out there, the praying we've been doing, in more than one religion, what do we got? We've been fooled, y'all. We've been hoaxed. And it's time to start kicking ass in truth. Where everything don't have to be spoken, but I done said some things already as to what we need to do. Matter of fact, I'm living proof of it. I think people are really looking at me because, oh, he don't got a job. Yo, how come he, you know, taking care of himself in this way or that way? He don't got his space. He don't got his woman. But there's a lot of, I don't make no excuses, y'all. And I don't complain. But there are reasons. And I see how the devil and the effeminate spirits and gay motherfuckers work out there. And y'all need to stop playing and start leveling up, man. Because misery does need company. And people they feel a way like, yay, when they see a brother down. Them gay people, that's how they operate. And the majority of them people, and where that shit has been, how it's been worked here in this country, come from who? What people? All right then. But we gonna learn law. And we gonna let all that bullshit, all that little gay, all that little baby talk and side talk, man, kiss my ass, cause I don't gotta pay your ass no mind. Because if I keep paying you mind, and you mind, well, what the fuck I got here on my mind? As far as what I have to get done. But I can see how this shit got a hold of grip on motherfuckers. For the love of money is the root of all evil. Now I know we need money because there's a very tricky, complex system. Yes, this social construct, this systematic construct is ill, and everything that's entailed with it. But I think, it's funny, man. We talk about all this prophecy and prophesying and da 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 da, but yet don't nobody step to me directly. And every time, like I said before, every time I'm breaking bread and it starts to get passionate or whatnot, it's always an interruption. It happens all the time. All the time. And you know who always come around and want to eavesdrop or whatever? All kinds of people, but majority of the time is the European people. Now I already spoke to them, but it's like they have something that's working on them or in them that have them behaving in a certain way. So it's gonna be what it's gonna be, man. If they want to take this as some kind of violent rhetoric or subversive rhetoric, that's on them. Because there's a lot of people that could take things in all kinds of different ways, but who's going to be the true judge? And what kind of actions are we looking to use when we feel a way about certain things? Because if they can feel a way about all what they heard and probably have misconstrued, then for all that our ADOS family have been through in this country and around the world through colonialism, then what does that say about what we can do then? And how we can act? Man, look, man, a lot of people got the wrong idea about me, man. And they talk a lot of shit out there because they feel how they feel. I see how I see how the devil work too. I done said we all need to go back home. This means, see, and this is why, yo, I get funny with a lot of guys too, man. Cause this is really about men and how men move. Cause with all this talk and all this fluff that we do, that y'all do y'all really know about law and what you gotta do as a man if that time comes? Well, the time is already here, and it's been here, in fact. But it's about to get more. It's about to get more critical. Because it's like we've been programmed to wait for the government to dictate how we fucking live and move. But yeah, we want to put a black fist, this, that, and the third, da 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 da. For what? Do you know what to do when that time comes? We ain't asking for shit. Move upon it, and we gonna do it. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, as I said before, and ain't nobody drop a comment or nothing. This is why I'm like, yo, what's up with people? For all y'all that's in the mixed relationships, know your place, brother. Know your place. Know who you are as a man. And I ain't just talking about that fluffy talk about being a fucking king, man. Because a lot of people think they kings out here or try to acclaim. No, you're not, man. You're not, man. You got it in you, but it has to be, it has to come about in a righteous way. Yo, man. Well, you know what? With all due respect, if you a king of the lower realm. And that's that. As above, so below. We got a head here and we got a head down there, fellas. And that head down there hardly sees the light of day. Because we always have clothes on. How often do we sunbathe to let that head get some light? And let that delve into some other things. Spiritual teachers out there. If y'all hear me, wise elders, with all due respect. As above, so below, right? Some people might try to pervert it or give excuses for their indulgences too. We got to know our place, man. Because whatever you say, my brother, goes. You hear me? You the man in that relationship. You are aspiringly a king. But in which ways or what ways are we giving back to this bloodline of ours? What kind of villages are we growing out here? Or constituting? Establishing? Fellas, brothers, get your mind off of this having a woman with big breasts and ass and this and that. Trust me when I tell you. Get right with spiritual law and we're going to do this thing, man. There's a lot for us to fight. I'm not excluded from this picture. Trust me when I'm telling you, man. Yo, stop playing, fellas, man. And I'm going to say, if you're going to come at me, man, just I respect all brothers. You know what I'm saying? Just I'm gonna be humble with you, but I just ask for respect too, man. Seriously, man, and to be humble. But I see them tests out there, cause just again today, it's like we got to keep talking about this with other people using the N word like it's nothing, like it's okay. Just as I'm in the gym today over there in Fresh Meadows, Queens, you know what's mixed over there. Heard a brother use the N. Heard, well, I just happened to let that slip out. He was a brother of another mother, meaning of another ethnic group. I can't really figure him out as I looked at him, but I know he's not one of us. You understand me? But he said that word just like every time when I'm here or there. A lot of people, a lot of European people using the word. There's a lot of groups that come from that, European family, and everybody else using it like it's just because they hear their music and da 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 da. And I got a reason to believe that the Jewish people are the ones who portray or may have made it. Like they got a lot of tricky games and ways that they use where they got people using that word out here. And if people are out here being controlled by mind control or some shit, we'll be motherfucking factual about it and show it. But just as him and the Mexican dude was walking out, I'm like, yo, they know what they doing. I mean, I said they know what they saying, but they still doing it. Cause it's like, how many times I'm gonna have to address somebody every time I hear them use the motherfucking N-word? They ain't gonna get me with that shit, y'all. Yeah, I can hear what be coming through my mind sometimes. I'll be like, yo, get that shit up out of here, man. Like this shit is whack, man. It's like and I got a good reason to believe that some people think that, oh, I got some. They may have some kind of notion or something to think that I'm waiting for this kind of like some kind of settlement money to come or whatever. No, 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 hell, I'm not, man. It's just that it's so hard to get through to people, or they get emotional. And then not only that, there's things I have to temper within myself because, like I said, man. In addition, and it's funny because I'm not the only one who's been through a lot. There's other brothers that's been through worse than me, so they need this knowledge. But what is it? I be questioning, like, what is it about them that when this spirit of truth comes and through word, what makes them get so egotistical? Because oftentimes I can see it and I can feel it. The ego get inflamed or whatever, or they in such a way where they always feel like they got to cut in and speak as if they already knew it all. That's not humbling. I don't understand. What is it? And this knack for wanting to have power as men, yo, we've been corrupted, fellas. And we gotta get in order, man. Brothers, I'm telling y'all, man, we can't get caught up out there with sex, man. Stop. And if that's the case, like as I said before, man, if that's the case, and sex is the most potent energy, and they run things or whatever, then how come we not where we ought to be? Where the black man got the biggest rod and staff, our woman are the most voluptuous and melanated, and all this fluff? Then how come we not where we ought to be? Even on the dark side, if that's the case, huh? But I can't get no answers, and I never do. Even when I ask brothers straight up in front of me, I could go to, and I done broke this off with some people in the flesh, and got nothing. They just got quiet. I'd be like, yo, what the fuck is going on out here? Hey, this place is something else. But I guess what you know what? I could see how. I put it to you like this. You know what? Yeah, all right, fine. I'm gonna get to some scripture and break it down two one time. Not right now, but it just came to me like I need to go ahead and reference and get more into scripture and break it down and let it show like as to who and what it pertains to. All right, I'm reluctant to, because I said a long time ago about this, me coming to the knowledge of who we are as African people, and I'm like, I don't even know my mother tongue. I hardly know my. Now I've got results from African ancestry, but that's even in question now because of my actual features. In addition to the disconnect that I have from my father's side. I mean, I know them, and when I see them through Facebook picture, but that's that. There hasn't been no birthday celebrations, no, no, uh, getting together, no family functions, no none of that for years upon years. And I got questions as to what contributed to that. However, yeah, I might have to use scripture, man. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people despise that book, but I don't. It's like I wasn't into the Bible for years upon years, but gaining wisdom now and knowing how to see things and decode things, not just in a book, but just in front of you, you know, it's like you would just be, I guess, inclined to go ahead and be like, hey, well, being who you are now and knowing what you know and being conscious, you can't help but to see things and just feel like, okay, well, that's that now. I see it, or you may have your own interpretation, of course, and now you just you're speaking on it, of course, with self primarily, but then you might go ahead and talk to others about it through expressions. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so frustrated with a lot of this. It's like people, I don't know, man. What the hell is people want from me, man? And it's like, I put it to you like this, man. And a lot of people try to come at me or want to talk about me and yada. I don't give a damn, man. This, I don't even think a lot of brothers and sisters know what it is to withhold a lot of real profound, irrefutable knowledge, what it to what's taking place out here. But I could already see that, and I've been shown that when that truth come out, it's going to shake you, it's going to move you. But what happens after that? See, I already said that, and I said this out in public, and I'm gonna say it again on video. People worried about when I'm fucking smoking or drinking and da 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 da. Besides what we gotta do, when I'm not, it's like they think I'm committing a damn crime if I do something like that. If I have my little, but what are y'all doing out there? Or what system are you feeding into? In my heart, I feel like, damn, this is why I gotta continue this search, and I do my prayers because it's like I don't want to. It gets to a point like sometimes like I'm spending this U.S. dollars for what, and trying to earn these U.S. dollars for what? Well, I'd rather, as I said before, we need to go back home and regroup. Start to earn the money of your fucking ancestors, of your bloodline. Let's go back and live and die amongst our tribal brothers and sisters. Is there something wrong with that, brothers and sisters? Huh? After all we keep continue to talk about with this place, our leaders, past leaders, to hell with future leaders, because what that shit looking like right now, forget about it, man. Ain't no hindsight in that for anybody standing here right now. Okay? They spoke, our elders, some who have passed on, they spoke about the state of America, this, that, and the third. What do we think this is about, man? We have the power to change narrative. Not everything in that goddamn book have to play out. Yeah, the blood shall be up to the horse's bridle. We got the power to change that. And that's funny because with all this talk, I be seeing all these Instagram clips and YouTube clips or whatever. Oh, if you meditate the mind and you quiet and you focus on the electromagnetic field and all this shit, in which excuse me, forgive me for saying shit because it is true. But how are we putting these things into practice? where we need to learn, brothers and sisters, mathematics. For y'all that got kids out there, stop playing, man. Like really get down, get with them, sit them down, and man, get more strict on their education, man, and focus on nation building and sticking to tribe. For all those mixed relationships out there, it is what it is. But know one thing: it's a lovely thing to be a man because everyone walking out here are the seeds of their father. That's ordinance from the Creator, man. So they may be mixed, and they may have, as we all have, fate to meet in that hour. But we ain't worrying about that, and that's nothing to be worrying about when we have so much to live for in the abundance of all things on earth. As a matter of fact, as I close, everything here right now, what I got on, everything here, everything are things that came from where, y'all? Which is erected, shaped, molded, or whatever from the earth. Who created the earth? Who put all things on earth before humans planted their feet upon earth? The animal kingdom is surely before the human kingdom. Everything you eat comes from the earth. Even if it's been synthetically made, well, it came from the earth and then went into a lab or whatever, if that's the case. Don't need to get all crazy and spooked out about that because if it is what it is, then all right, now what? For all the conspirators out there, the money that we spend, the dollars, this came from the ground, cotton and trees. That came from the earth. That's minerals, copper, brass. I said that before. Anybody spreading the word out there, or you trying to articulate it to bring people around you, or try to get a congregation to get money? Well, if that's what it is, then go ahead and do you, but do it righteously, and then save your money to get the hell on up out of here. The kind of work that's going to be needed to reform America, whoa. I think it's. I think it is quite insurmountable. Yeah, which is a word that just came to me. I'm gonna use that one. Yeah, insurmountable. Yeah, there's a lot of games being played by them wicked, intelligent genius, as I just caught wind, where they may try to say, "Oh, that's how you know something's controlling him or speaking through him," because look how he had to think about the word, and then he just popped it into his head and he said it. Shut the fuck up, man. I know about them games going on out there too. Trust me, man. Y'all need to stop playing, man. Y'all, a lot of y'all ain't really sitting out on faith like that. Oh, but he wasting his time, man. He over there doing what he doing, talk about faith. And yo, we over here spending money, man. We going on trips and that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I hear it. Cause like I said before in the video, that I know we've been through a lot, and we want to have a good time. We want to have that nice car. Want to have that nice house. But then what? Huh? Well, like I said in closing, man, everything comes from the earth, which the Creator has given on to the what people, who people in the beginning of time. There ain't no aborigines. The original, indigenous, if you want to go ahead and use that word too. Me, I would say African, or just go ahead to generalize and say the melanated ones, predominantly, most melanated. So all these politics that's played out here, This is what's keeping us from our real unification and righteousness, y'all. All these politics, and we feeling like we have to be subdued by this shit continually. Oh, we got bills to pay, light and gas. But how long we gonna keep playing or paying and playing? As if we don't see the amount of degradation here. I rest my case, man. Peace. Shout me a line, throw me a line. You want to break bread, you want to meet, hit me up. Don't worry about no goddamn. See, this is why I'm getting fed up too. I don't got time for thinking about, oh, what the Fed's gonna do, what CIA or what kind of entity out there. I can't be afraid of that or trying to be talking about that and then want to turn around and talk about, yeah, I'm melanated, God. Whoa, this, that. Come on, man. That's a major contra goddamn diction, man. However, I know I got some things to work upon, and so do you, my brother and sister. I'm expressing myself with some passion here. Don't take it personal, as I say. And I guess I'm going to have to always let that be made known and be clear upon it. Because primarily, as I say, this is spiritual, y'all. And to whom that wicked spirit incarnated within, when I talk what I talk and I say what I say, and it moves you a certain way and you're shaken by it, well, it's heavily within you. It's greater in you. That wicked spirit that needs to be not just exposed, because it's already exposed, but expelled. A lot of people need exorcism, which comes by exorcise, and I broke down that word already, and expulsion. Well, like I said, man, I'll keep an open ear. I said what I said in this video, and that's that, man. I know I got love for the people, but I stay to myself. This is not to mean that I'm standoffish, and if I can't converse, because I surely can. I just know what happens, because every time I converse, like I said, oftentimes, 99.99% of the time, an interruption comes, and they got to go, or they got to take a call, and it leads into something else, and blah, 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 that's it. It is what it is. So, and you know what? Lastly, as I've been catching wind about, oh, these games, drink water, this, that, and the third. When I was over, and I already said I could feel what's going on out here with witchcraft, and witchcraft don't have to be demonized, but it has been. So there needs to be a lot of clarity upon that. Is that yes, I can do so, but I'll be damned if when or if it's all about me getting my blood clean, the next thing you know, I'm being used and exploited for my precious blood, as is already being done out here in measure. Huh? I already said in the video that when I see my African brothers with their European women, how they don't even look like they're very masculine in the situation to where they are running things proudly, masculinely. Sorry if that's not a word. I just happen sometimes we can go ahead and make, you know, or I could just say with right, with masculinity. It always seems like because she's the breadwinner, she's directing things and she's making the moves out here. Well, that ain't gonna happen with me. Cause money don't run me. Money don't rule me. Nor your vagina is not gonna rule me. I don't care how much glue you got down there. It ain't gonna stick me to these models. And no, you may have a nice uh, tantalizing body and all voluptuous and all that, but kiss my ass. You ain't gonna have me on that kind of time. Black woman, white woman, Asian woman, whoever. It ain't happening here. Ain't no goddamn sucker for that. In some ways, yes, I have been deprived of it. Yeah, because of my conditions. But I ain't on no. Trust me, man. I ain't selling out, and I ain't going out like that. I stand on mine, man. Cause I'm getting. As a matter of fact, A lot of what's happening, we gotta think about it. Effeminization of the spirit. What does that mean? What does it mean for a man to be effeminized? That means the feminine spirit got up in him and is using him. So this war is about that masculine spirit and the feminine spirit. That's why it's an imbalance. That's why I be trying to tell brothers that be trying to talk to me. In addition to what I said the other night when I was talking about the moon in my recent video. Go ahead and pull it up, brothers and sisters. Hear me out on that. Let the woman do what she do, because she needs to get in order, and so do we. Let the woman do her thing by night, as we do what we do by day. Establishing perfect bonds and unions. But trust me when I tell you, with the feminizing spirit upon men, that's through the realm of femininity. Which means that there's an imbalance, because now that feminine spirit wanna work its way through man to gain what? Where are we? I'm done, man. Whoever want to break bread and chop it up, hit me up. Peace.